Hi, today I'm going to show you something about how to write the phase one so it will work better in the analyzer. So we write the phase one like this. What good things did Boaz hear that were about Ruth? Question mark. So the analyzer did a pretty bad job here. Says Boaz heard this is not marked as interrogative. It's the wrong kind of things, should be the speech. Clearly the analyzer could use some more development, but we can do better if we rewrite this sentence. So one thing is, he heard things. Now you have a left bracket here and then a modifying clause, things. It's really messed up. But the key thing I want you to note here is that we've got 1, 2, 3 left brackets and 1, 2, 3 right brackets. So this relative clause is not defining the things, which is what we want. It's things that were about Ruth. So what it's done is it's used the wrong sense of here. It heard that something happened. So it thinks this sentence means Boaz heard things, good things. Oh, this argument doesn't really make sense. And then you've got, it's heard that, well, it just doesn't make sense. Then in this is a clause, but it doesn't have an agent. Okay, so why is this? Okay, well, one reason is you see that we're about Ruth. The analyzer will do better if that's next to the things that it's supposed to modify. So we can rewrite it in a way that is not as natural English, but will be better for the analyzer. Boaz heard what things that were about Ruth. Okay, let's see how that does. Okay, I'm doing analyze. Okay, so now we've got Boaz heard, to hear something, that's right. Things, but it's got two things. Now, I'm not sure why, but my experience is that it will do better if you use which things. So I'm going to write it this way. Boaz heard which things. When you have something that you want to, you're asking about, then which seems to work better. So let's try that. Shouldn't have these two things here. Okay, so now we analyze again. Okay, it did much better. Now here is over at the end of the sentence, but it's outside of this argument, so it just got out of order. But it's okay. Boaz heard something. Things. And so this is the wrong sense of things, so we'll need to correct that. So I'm going to correct that to a generic term for speech. And this should be the same generic. Okay, so when I changed it there, it changed it here because it's the same noun index. Things to be about Ruth. So be about has a state argument and Ruth is about. So these things are about Ruth. So that's correct now. The only thing is, so the clause is content interrogative if you look at its features, but it didn't seem to know that Oh, yeah, interrogative. Okay, so if you hover the mouse over thing here, now it says participant tracking. It's the fifth item down. It says interrogative. So Boaz heard, this is discourse, or past tense, which things, things that were about Ruth. And I think that might work. There's a funny space here, which I don't like. After the period, it seemed to insert something. Whoops, nope, it was correct. I wish I could go back. Let's see, I'm going to save analysis. No, we're not going to change that. We'll check that when we come back. So I got to copy a, unfortunately you can't find the period, so you have to copy it from somewhere. Okay, so I'm going to put that period back. That was correct, even though it looked like there was too much space. Okay, so let's see. It said that the arguments of here were not correct, which is weird. Oh, look. Okay, thing is marked as the agent. So here, if you hover the mouse over here, it has an obligatory patient. So that thing here should be, that noun phrase should be a patient argument. So most patient-like. And just because I don't like where it put the verb, I'm going to move that. So click on Move Words, hold down the Control key, one click, another click, and I put that here where it belongs. So it's easier to understand. Boaz heard, this is interrogative, which things that were about Ruth. Okay, so let's see if that comes out right if we generate. So I clicked on the generate button. Oh my gosh, look at that. What that were about Ruth, question mark, did Boaz hear? Ooh, that is way not right. Okay, the problem seems to be that this clause is marked as content interrogative. Oh, I see what it did. Yeah, so it made, remember we had to change this one to content, or did we? No, I think that was already content interrogative. Anyway, this one shouldn't be content interrogative. So I'm going to change this to declarative. It should just be the outer clause that's a question. Let's try it now. What that were about Ruth did Boaz hear? Okay, that's a lot better. Things is plural. This things is plural. What that were about Ruth did Boaz hear? So this looks to be a generator problem. It should say what, which things or what things, but it's abbreviating it to what. So it's having a problem because the things are within this clause. Ruth heard about which things. What things that were about Ruth did Boaz hear? So it's not really good that it made it what, but that's not something I can fix. It's a generator problem, I think. Okay, so we got a lot better. It's not perfect in English, but you can see that we had a lot of problems we had to deal with, and writing it in this way, where you put the restrictive clause right next to the thing that it was modifying, helped a lot. Okay, have a nice day.